Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ventures with Them. So at the beginning, I talked about things that I wanted to do on this channel. And one of the things was talk about Disney Plus. So we have had a few of the mini series to come up and to go. And I just kind of want to give my opinion on some of it, as well as I want to get your opinion on it also. So make sure you leave a comment and let me know. So one of the main ones at the very beginning was WandaVision, and there's no doubt I got the WandaVision shirt. I watched every episode of WandaVision. I absolutely loved WandaVision. One of the things about WandaVision was you never really knew what to expect. It was just kind of all over the place. You didn't know if she was good or bad. You didn't know what was coming up or what to expect. You really could not sit down for the next episode thinking, I know what's going to happen. I don't need to watch it. You had to watch the episode. You really had to watch the entire episode because there was no way to go into the next one and be able to keep up if you didn't. That was one of the things I loved about WandaVision. I love the mystery. I love the suspense. I love that kind of thing. So if you haven't watched it and you like anything like that, I highly recommend it. Now, as I said, it was a mini series, and so it is over. But we do know, and we don't know from watching WandaVision, but we do know now that WandaVision is over, that it is actually leading into the new Doctor Strange movie. So if you've not watched Doctor Strange, you want to do that also, because you will be ready to catch up whenever Doctor Strange, the second one, comes out. So, one of the things about WandaVision that I loved is it took us back through retro television shows. So, if you didn't grow up watching retro television, or back then it was just television, but if you didn't do that, I highly recommend that you pick up on some of those episodes. So it'll go through things kind of like the Brady Bunch and, Partridge Family and so many other ones. And it goes in through the 80s, the 90s, and, the 2000s. So you definitely want to make sure that you like that kind of feel. But the whole episode of any of them are not just set back in the decades. There's so much involved in it for today that it just kind of goes back and forth. But it's great. It's not one of those that goes back and forth and completely loses you. It's just one that it just kind of goes everywhere, but it's really good. So, if you haven't watched WandaVision, I highly recommend it because it's just great. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's probably one of the best TV series that I've seen in a long time. Even though it was a mini series, I do highly recommend it. I was very sad when it ended, and I was very sad when I found out that it was going to be a mini series and that there wasn't going to be a second season of it. I was really hoping that with the rave reviews everyone was giving, that Disney Plus would pick up on it and say, hey, instead of this being just a one-time mini series, let's do it as a mini series and do a second series to go with it, and then maybe keep going with it. But I don't think that's happening. I'm pretty sure it's done. But like I said, it's going to lead into the Doctor Strange second movie. So there you go. The next one I want to talk about is Falcon and Winter Soldier. So if you are a Captain America fan, just the comic series at all, I highly recommend it also. So where WandaVision is more kind of out there, it's a lot of things that most likely won't ever happen. Falcon and Winter Soldier actually are they're very easily to understand because it's a lot of modern day, a lot of things that a lot of people go through, and yeah, so you can understand it, you can keep up with it. If you actually miss one episode of that, you could actually pick up on the next episode and sort of keep up with it. I don't recommend missing any of them because it's a mini series. So there's really not that many episodes anyway. So you will want to watch it if you love like Captain America, Falcon, the Winter Soldier, any of that kind of series. It's really good. It also does relate very well though to modern day things that we go through, issues that we face. There is controversy with it, but there's controversy with everything. And so we have to be able to live with controversy in our lives or we won't have a life to live. So it is there, but it's not bad. It's really good. I love the way that it plays out, and the final episode is amazing. So if you are fans or you want to do the Disney Plus miniseries, I really highly recommend both of those series. So far that is WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. So now we have started a third miniseries. And this third miniseries is Loki. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything about this because it just started. It's going to be one episode a week, and we're going to see probably 6 or 7 episodes. I'm not really sure how many yet because I haven't actually seen where they have said how many episodes are going to be in this series. So, I'm not going to spoil that. Loki is going to be more of the non-realistic type of episodes. I'm just going to kind of say that. Loki is part of the Thor series, and so, you know, if you've not seen the Thor movies, you will really want to go through and watch the Thor movies so that you know what's going on to begin with, and you know the characters and you know everything about it. And so and same way with Falcon and Winter Soldier. I highly recommend that you go in and watch, you know, the Marvel comics and make sure that you're watching the Captain America, Iron Man, you know, Hulk, all of those, so that you know the characters and you know who they are and what they've been through and what's going on. And same with Loki. I really recommend, and you know, WandaVision's the same thing because those characters are in, you know, the Marvel comics. So, and they are also in the same one. So, I highly recommend that you watch the movies first and then go through and watch the miniseries. So Loki is going to be part of the Thor movies, but Thor and Loki are both in the other Marvel movies. So you want to go through and make sure you do like a search and find the movies in order and watch them that way, because you want to be able to put everything together and not miss out on anything. But so as far as Loki goes, I'm trying to talk about it without giving anything away because it's so new. Gosh. Okay, so it's really good. It has, let's just say it has a fractured timeline. And if you know anything about Loki, you'll understand that because I'm just going to say this part. Loki's power is to be able to move himself different places at different times. And so the fractured timeline is him. It suits him, and it suits the movie or the series and everything as far as the movies go, because he's able to move himself around. And so, yeah, so I don't know how to say anything else about it right now without giving things away. But there's only been one episode so far, so you can watch it and get caught up, and then we can talk about it later on. I probably won't talk any more about Loki until after the mini-series is over. That way everyone has time to watch it and they can get a good feel of it and everything else. So that's all I'm going to say about Loki. Now, Disney Plus has put out several new movies. Disney has put out several new movies. And I am actually not caught up with them yet. I know I really need to get caught up with them. And hopefully over the next couple of weeks I will be able to catch up with them. But I do want to talk about some of the movies that Disney has turned around and turned from cartoon into reality. So the newest one being Cruella. Cruella is based off of the 101 Dalmatians movies, and they actually did a 101 Dalmatians cartoon, a 101 Dalmatians actual live movie, and then they turned around and did the new one, which is Cruella. Because it's so new, I'm not going to go into it right now, but let's just say that everyone can reach out and see the previews of it, and it looks fabulous. So yeah, definitely one to see. The other one that I recently just watched, and it's actually been out for a little while, was Mulan. Now Mulan, when they did the live movie of it, the one character that is not in there, sadly, is the dragon Mushu. I loved Mushu, so I'm so sad that the dragon wasn't put in there, and I really don't know why they didn't. He was such a main character in the cartoon that I just can't see them not adding that character in there. So the movie itself is awesome. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend that you watch it. I think you will love it, and I just can't say enough about it. It was just great. It really does go along very well with the cartoon movie. So if you love the cartoon movie, you most likely will love this one also, because it pretty much follows the same line. There's not anything really extra thrown in there. There's not really anything taken out other than the little dragon. I know, it's so sad. I was really, really expecting him or wanting him to be in there. I knew before I watched it that it had been said that he wasn't going to be in there, but I couldn't help but hoping that that wasn't true. Anyway, it was good though. I really recommend Mulan. The other one that I watched not too long ago, and it had been out for a little while too, is the what they call live version of Lion King. I know it's not live version, it's more the CGI, but it is really good also. I love Lion King. I love both. I like 1 and 2 of Lion King. I actually have not seen the other ones that they have out. I know there's like a 1.5 and some other ones, but I have seen Lion King and Lion King 2. This one is almost identical to the cartoon movie. So if you've not seen it and you love Lion King, I highly recommend it because it's so realistic looking, and it just has so much more color and just pizzazz. It was so good, and I don't know why I took so long to watch it, because it is good. It is really, really good. So I do recommend it. If you want to go in and watch another one that is pretty close to live, that is one of them. And then I saw this one a little while back too, but I wanted to go ahead and touch on it also. One of the other live ones is Aladdin. Now, Aladdin is fairly similar to the cartoon also. It is not identical. It is different. I do love how they put Will Smith in as Genie. He does a fantastic job. Shout out to Will Smith here. I am a fan of Will Smith's work. I do think he does amazing work. I've seen almost every one of his movies, and he just really gets into every role he plays, and it's just amazing. I mean, he is that character. And I was very sad. I was a huge Robin Williams fan, so I was really sad about the recreation of Aladdin. But once I saw it, once I started watching it, it just kind of flipped a switch, and it was just like, I know I've seen Aladdin, but this is amazing in its own way. This is amazing. The soundtrack is completely remade, as they remake, quite a few of them in all of the movies. But the Aladdin soundtrack is phenomenal. So if you are big into soundtracks or any of the music from the movies, I love it, and I think you will too. So that's one of the things that I do whenever I download music to iTunes. I hardly ever buy just a regular soundtrack that is by an artist. Most of them that I get are soundtracks, and I've done this for years because you get so many amazing songs, and normally every song on a soundtrack is just wonderful. And the Aladdin soundtrack is amazing. Every song is upbeat and just done perfectly. It goes well with the movie. It's great for just like jamming out in your car, or if you need music to listen to while you're exercising or anything like that. I highly recommend it. It's great. And so that is another one of the live versions. Now, I do know that Little Mermaid and several other ones are coming out and will be out, but I haven't actually seen anything updated about those. So I'm going to have to go in and look. I don't even know if they're out at the theaters or when they're coming out at the theaters. So that's something I'm definitely going to have to look into to see, because I know with the pandemic that things were supposed to be out didn't come out when they were supposed to. I know we didn't have any movies that were supposed to have been dropped in 2020 to actually drop in 2020. And I know they were pushed to 2021, and then 2021s were pushed to 2022. So I know that we have had a huge lull in movies coming out, but that's just kind of the way it is. And also on Disney Plus, if it's a Disney movie, you can do Disney Plus Premium, and you can see those movies at home. So instead of having to go to the theater to watch them, you can actually get them on your TV and watch them with your family, or friends or whatever. So I know Raya was on Disney Plus, Cruella Disney Plus, and I know there's several other ones that are coming out and have come out that they are throwing onto Disney Plus as well. So if you don't feel comfortable going to the movie theaters yet, you don't have to with Disney Plus. You can watch them. You can watch all the Disney movies there if you have the Disney Plus Premium. It does cost a bit more, so just know that if you're wanting to do that it is going to cost you a bit more. It's not just the Disney Plus package that you have to have. You will have to pay an additional fee for that. But it's most likely going to be cheaper than going to a movie theater. And like I said, if you just don't feel comfortable yet due to the pandemic, this is a way to stay at home and feel comfortable and still get to see that new movie. So anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to do a little update on that because we had talked about it back at the beginning and we never did it. And so this was just one of those things that I've been wanting to kind of jump on here and talk about. And I just haven't. Well, we've had so much going on lately and everything, trying to get ready for these trips that are coming up and trying to get everything else caught up that It's just kind of, been hard to do. And work, we all work too. So, yeah, just know that. But anyway, so also a little update on the Chevrolet Bolt. So the last time I checked my mileage on it, I was down to 95 miles, which is still in that half to 1/4 area. I was going to let it get down to the 1/4 mark or just below it before I charged it, which would be just over 20%. And so I was at 95 miles the other day. And I thought, okay, well, it won't be very much longer, and I'll go ahead and need to charge it. And I really thought I was going to have to charge it by yesterday, or need to. Well, today I got into the car to go to work, and that 95 miles is now jumped up to 99 miles. So, as I said, every time you slow down in the Bolt, it regenerates power. Every time you come to a stop, it regenerates power. And so, apparently I'm regenerating more power than what I'm actually using. So, that's good. We may never get to charge the Bolt. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing, but I definitely want to charge it and get it up, and see. I want to do a full charge and see how long it actually lasts and how far we can go before we need to charge it. And we're just not there yet. So anyway, like I said, I was thinking by yesterday I was going to need to charge it up. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be going through the weekend and into next week at this point and still not needing to charge it yet. So anyway, that's a good thing, but I can't give you any more updates on the charging part of it because I just don't know yet. So anyway, all right. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day.